Hi, I'm going to be talking with you guys about the innate immune defense. It's the defense system that we are born with. So let's dive into it. So it can be divided into two sections, the external defense and the internal defense. The external defense are going to be examples like our skin, hair, and the acidity of our body. So our skin works as a physical barrier to block out, hopefully, foreign particles and pathogens. But the skin also contains antimicrobial agents that can also destroy the microbe like a lysosome. And it kind of does what it sounds like, which is it lyses the microbe and it kills it. Hairs are great. It works as a filter. The body is hoping that when you inhale something, maybe like your nose hairs or something like that, will catch it before ingestion and occurs and it gets inside the body and we have bigger problems. So it's there as a precautionary line of defense. We also have acidity, acidic environments within our body, like our stomach or our gastrointestinal or even the vagina, where we're going to have a very acidic and low pH, which hopefully will make it inhospitable for the microbe or pathogen. Moving into the internal line of defense. So if the pathogen gets inside, what is the body going to do? Well, we have these cells called natural killer cells. And these natural killer cells are always on the lookout for something that looks defective or that's not supposed to be there. And once they discover this substance, they will attack and destroy. And one way they can attack and destroy is by releasing porphyrins, and those will puncture holes into the cell membrane of the opposing cell, and it will cause fluid to enter into that cell and it will explode. And this is referred to as cytolysis. We also have phagocytes, which are my personal favorite. When they go through this process called chemotaxis, they're kind of out wandering around and there's a microbe nearby, and the microbe is letting off this chemical signal and it will draw the phagocyte in. It will be attracted to it. So it'll move to the microbe and it will adhere to it. And then once the phagocyte adheres to the microbe, it will actually ingest it, then digest it, with inevitably killing the microbe. It's very, very awesome. So to go more into internal lines of defense, we have antimicrobial proteins. So antimicrobial proteins are really cool because these are released by a self-infected cell. So one of our cells gets infected, and it's going to be faulty. It's no good. It is going to release off these interferon proteins. It's going to secrete them from themselves to go out and to warn their neighboring cells. I just got infected. I'm infected by blah, 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 whatever this is. This is your warning. And that's the interferon protein. It's very cool. We also have complement proteins that work in the complement system. And so what these guys are going to do, there's about 20 different ones of them, but they pretty much just like help speed up any process. So they can help speed up phagocytosis and things like that. They're aiding in the destruction of the pathogen. So it's pretty cool. Another line of internal defense for the innate system is going to be inflammation. So when we have inflammation in the body, it's to neutralize the damage and to destroy the pathogen. So it kind of like, it swells up, it blocks everything off, and then the cleanup crew comes in and does its job. Histamines and prostaglandins are secreted during this process. This causes pain for us, and pain is very beneficial because it's going to let us know that something's wrong and we're going to start paying attention so we don't injure ourselves any further. The histamines and prostaglandins can also increase permeability, and this causes diabetes. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But what that pretty much does, so it's increasing the permeability so these white blood cells can come in our cleanup crew and they can help with cell debris and things like that. So the white blood cells that will come in are usually neutrophils and monocytes, and they'll help with any pathogens or clean up any broken particles around the area. Vasodilation also occurs, and this will bring more blood into the injured area, which is good because the blood has white blood cells and different workers that will come and help out in this area and bring nutrients and blah, 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 blah. So this produces like a heat and a redness from the blood coming into that area, should be noted. The lymphatics will come in at the end, and that's great because they're going to drain any extra fluids at the end of this process. It's going to get rid of for you. In that fluid can be toxins and different bad things that we don't want in that area anymore, and the lymphatics will suck it up, get it out of there, and we'll go get it filtered somewhere and handle it. Another internal line of defense is going to be a fever. So when you have a fever, it can be kind of a good thing as long as it doesn't get over to a certain degree for a certain period of time. And what the fever is going to do for our body is it's going to increase the metabolic rate of us, the host. And it's going to increase antimicrobial proteins. So if we're increasing the antimicrobial proteins, we already saw that that's things like the complement system that's going to go out and help destroy those foreign pathogens and things like that. But it also increases like things like the interferons. So we have more out there like warning. So other bad things don't happen to other cells. The fever will also inhibit the growth of microbes. So this is a good thing because if we had a microbe that came in and made us sick, the fever is going to warm up, and most microbes can't live in that extreme of environment, and it will stop them from continuing to duplicate. So yeah, that's pretty much our innate immune system. It's again what we are born with. So it's here to help us. It's very interesting, and I hope you liked that little brief synopsis.